Welcome back to another episode of the Healer Within practices. My name is Audra Mace, your Tai Chi Easy practice leader, and I'm leading practices from the Healer Within, written by Dr. Roger Yanka, my mentor and teacher. So, what is the Healer Within? It's us. It's all about us activating your inner resources designed by God to help us regenerate. So, without further ado, I will do a little sage spritz here to signify the start of our practice. Perhaps you have a chime or some candles lit like I have in the background to initiate your practice and set the time aside for your own self-care. So I'm going to add some music from Canyon Trilogy for those of you who like it. And I'll add my headset so you can hear what I'm doing or just watch. So, The Healer Within book is a great read. I'm going to read some to you in a little while. But first, we're going to start by reaching upward and outward, which is one of the practices. No mystery here. Reaching upward, supporting the heavens, interlacing the fingers at the top, and lowering your arms down slowly as you exhale, pointing your fingertips to the floor. Breathing in, interlacing your fingers here, pushing up, exhaling, stretching your fingertips wide, opening your chest space. So you're scratching the walls on either side of you. Put two paint rollers in your hands and stand in the closet. You'll paint it quicker. Reaching upward, breathing in, exhaling, maybe closing your eyes, adding an element of relaxation, pushing all the air out like you're releasing air from a balloon. The balloon in this case are your lungs. You're filling them up. And then taking all the air out, we're going to lift up on to the toes in your chair. Can you imagine this? What perfect balance we have here. You're working your core to stay balanced in the chair. And lowering the heels as you lower your hands. One last time, reaching upward and outward. Breathing in, up on the toes. And exhaling as you lower your arms and lower your heels. We'll do something called bathing in the marrow or marrow washing. Palms up to the sky. Breathing in, reaching up, elongating in your chair, crown to heaven. Lowering your hands now as though you're drawing down healing resources into the crown of your head. Down, through, and around as you exhale. And again, palms up, breathing in. Maybe even closing your eyes. I'll talk you through it. Lowering your hands, almost like you're dumping a bucket of honey over your head. And letting the honey ooze through you, around you, covering you completely. Developing your healing resources. Will you take 10 seconds of this or 30 seconds? It's up to you how thorough you want to be. And again, this time, breathing in, reaching up. Almost like you're taking a cheesecloth and Pushing it through your body, straining out all impurities, removing toxins, scrubbing every cell, straining out all the yucky yucks, and pushing those toxins towards your liver and kidneys, your natural designed filters. Okay, we're going to do one more, although I said it was the last one. But this time, really mean it. Arms up, breathing in, as though you're one shot at healing yourself. Taking the resources from the divine, dropping them down into the crown of your head, allowing yourself to open up. And then gently touch your fingertips to the crown, down past your temples and cheeks, in front of your neck and your chest. And continuing with your palms over your thighs, hovering over your knees, and pushing the energy down through your calves to your ankles, through the soles of your feet, down into the ground, that is the earth. And relax. Rubbing your knees, giving a little self-love, self-applied massage, part of the Healer Within and Tai Chi Easy programs. Who doesn't love a good massage, right? Well, you can do it anytime, anywhere, within reason. You don't get too carried away in the public spaces. What a nice little knee massage you're getting, huh? Working up the thighs, hip bones, towards your lower back where we carry a lot of strain, tension. Rubbing the sacrum. What's that? The sacrum is 5 fused vertebrae. Sits below your lumbar spine, above the coccyx, which is also fused. It doesn't move. Let's break it. Rub and rub, rub. Eliminating the stress from your lower back. We're working the spine today, trying to add flexibility, life vitality. And shake the hands out, a little spontaneous qigong. Lift the arms down, pull the energy up, blow it up into the recycle bin in the sky. That's in vogue. Recycling in vogue. So here we go. We're going to work the spine, left and right bending of the spine. No surprise. We'll start with the left. It's my right, so don't think I have it confused, although I do air on occasion. Put your air in. Ear to your shoulder. Exhale. Start lowering your fingertips. We're not bending over here. We're just reaching. Take your breath in at the bottom. And exhale on the way up. Breathe in on center. Ear to shoulder, other side. Start your exhale. fingertips to the floor. If you don't feel stable here, breathe in at the bottom and exhale on the way up. And let's repeat. If you don't feel stable, add a little more distance between your feet. Make sure you're stable. Don't worry about falling over here. Take a breath in. Exhale, ear to shoulder, fingertips toward the floor. It's super simple and feels so great. And at the bottom, exhale as you lift back up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Breathing in. Exhale, start your descent. Cervical spine has 7 vertebrae, responsible for keeping our head on our shoulders. You can move up and down, tilting, forward and back, right? Side to side. You can glide. That's 7 vertebrae doing all that work. Take a breath in. Exhale, ear to shoulder, engaging the thoracic spine now. 12 vertebrae responsible for holding your rib cage together. Breathe in at the bottom and stack. Move back to the top. Repeat on the other side. When you exhale, you're relaxing. Any work you do with your spine, you want to be relaxed. Again, taking a breath in. Exhaling, engaging the cervical, thoracic, now lumbar spine. L1 to L5, 5 more vertebrae. "24 vertebrae that move out of the 33. The other 9 being the fused sacrum and coccyx. This time add a little arm overhead. Make sure you have your balance and your core strength. Having a little imagery that is Qigong, playing, cultivating, mastering. Like your arms are tree limbs. Swaying in the breeze on a windy day. And then in the breeze. Taking your mind elsewhere. Being that tree whose limbs are floating at the mercy of the breeze. Being flexible, being firm, much like our spine. Imagining now as you sway your arms back and forth, up and down, the rush of healing resources meandering through each vertebrae. We have a disc in between each. And that disc fills with fluid. And this exercise is helping route the resources there. And lower the hands and relax. And take a little reading break. I'm reading this for those people who don't read. So the exercise we just did and the following in the Healer Within Foundation book. This is an easy but extremely important exercise for the muscles along the spine, the neurological reflexes along the spine that activate the organs, and the connective tissue that holds the spine together. It is rare for people to exercise the flexibility of the spine in a side-to-side manner. This movement is excellent for maintaining side-to-side flexibility. Perhaps this makes you ask, why did the architect of the universe design the body and the spine so that it can bend to the sides like this? Since it is a movement that we rarely use. There are actually several rather profound reasons. The movement massages the contents of the intervertebral discs toward the center of the disc itself, which helps to sustain the bulk of the disc in spite of the downward pull of gravity. Does anybody have any of that going on? I got more than I want to admit. This is like fluffing the pillows between the vertebrae. Now, how sweet an analogy is that? Fluffing pillows. So think of that as we're working through our Qigong practices, because Qigong, the Gong, is about the play, the mastery, the cultivation of Qi, which is the essential resource to life that we are cultivating. Fluffing the disc also maintains a healthy distance between the vertebrae, which allows enough room for the exit of nerves from the spine that operate muscles and organs. When the discs collapse and this space thins, it causes pain and the malfunction of body movement or organ activity. As in herniated discs, anybody ever hear of that or have an operation for that? This side-to-side massage complements the action of the next exercise, front and back bending of the spine. Wonder what we're moving on to next. In addition, this exercise alternately expands and compresses the sides of the rib cage, helping to increase or maintain the flexibility of the ribs and the capacity to expand the rib cage in breathing. The organs on the compressed side are squeezed, causing the propulsion of the lymph within them. This eliminates waste products, cleans the tissues, and enhances the functioning of the organs. The benefits of modified breathing and deep relaxation are present as well. It is true that this exercise seems very mild. However, these benefits have a subtle but powerful effect, enhancing the body's ability to sustain health, endurance, and comfort. Used over time, it can make a significant difference in a wide array of functions because of the effect on the relationship between the spine and the organs. There are 31 pairs of nerves running from your spinal cord to all connective tissue and organs and so on. So when I say I'm on my last nerve, now I know there's like 62 of them possible. Anyway, we're moving on to front and back bending of the spine, because everyone is perfectly engaged in the practice now that you have the science. Everybody's on a science binge. Listen to the science. Okay, so here we are, forward and back bending of the spine. I'm going to chair just a little so you see. I will be arching backward like I'm going to do a back dive into a swimming pool. My feet are firm on the floor since we're doing these in the chair. I'm going to reach back as far back as I feel comfortable going right now. Then I'm going to straighten out, reach for heaven, collapse my hands, collapse the wrists together and the elbows together. I'm going to push into my chest, which activates the lymph propulsion that we just read about. And then I'll put my chin to my chest and curl down, coiling up like a garden hose. And then I'm going to return the same way. And repeat, reaching backward, straightening up, palms together, wrists together, elbows together. Do not cheat here. Push into the chest. Why? We don't want to cheat there because we want to open up our shoulder blades. Chin to chest and coil down. Engaging the thoracic and then lumbar spine. Breathing in at the bottom and exhaling as you reverse. Come back up. We're going to do this again, reaching back even further, maybe feeling a tug on your belly, maybe even through your hip bones. Arms straight up in the air, elongate toward heaven, palms, wrist, elbows. Push into the chest, coil down. Maybe you imagine a little bike chain that you're moving each connection point. Things move without friction. And this last time, we're going to have a little bonus. Stay tuned for the bonus. Breathe in completely. Elongate. Palms, wrists, elbows. Push into the chest. Coil down as you exhale. And the bonus at the bottom. Firmly planted in the floor. I want you to move a little to the right. A little to the left. And work out all the lower back discomfort. Super slow. You've been sitting a lot, standing a lot, walking on concrete. You know what that back strain feels like. This gets rid of it. Coming back to center, taking a deep breath in, exhaling as you roll back up. Stacking your vertebrae one at a time. So if you were watching me, you weren't really doing it, but you know how to do it if you were watching. So try it yourself and try it with your eyes closed. Forward and back bending of the spine. Taking care of our spines means we can move with greater ease. Reach for things we couldn't reach for before. And so on and so on. So what else can we do in the chair with the healer within? Just about everything. We can do it laying down, standing up, in a chair. All the illustrations are in the book for all different ways to do these exercises. Right now, I do a few breathing exercises, which involve releasing anxiety. So in a sigh of relief, it's something you do all the time. Take your breath in and let it go. You let it go a little forcefully because you're letting out, blowing off steam. Somebody cut me off. Might be driving along, tootling along, mind your own business, right? Can't believe they just did that. Take another breath in. This is really good for you. Now I want you to release all the air out. Push your belly toward your back and deflate. Like you fill a glass and the water splashes to the bottom first. We fill the bottom of our lungs first and then fill the top of the lungs. And the water rises to the top of the glass. So that's how we want to breathe right now. Breathe in. Fill the bottom. Fill the top. Now release like you're pouring out. Down to the last drop. We want to exhale all the air. Why? Because we have trapped air in our chest. We walk around with that. And then when somebody presses our button, like that happens from time to time, somebody presses, and then all of a sudden you turn into this crazed animal. Maybe not quite. But you get worked up. You bubble over. So how do you prevent that? By breathing deeper. When do you breathe deeper? As often as you can. So let's assign it to something we do every day. I don't know. Open the refrigerator door, right? Breathe in. Exhale. Complete exhale. You'll be opening the refrigerator all day long. I need to breathe. But attaching these things to things you do on a routine basis begins to get you in the routine of doing it. So that's why I suggest, as does Dr. Roger Duncan in the Healer Within book, assigning something to a routine. It's called the momentary methods. Flowing motion is a staple in this practice. So we're going to do flowing motion while in a seated position. And it's a lot easier than doing it standing up. Begin by taking your palms, lifting them up, and at the same time, lift your heels up. So now, you're up on your toes. Your palms are up in the air. Maybe up to your chin. Flip your palms over. Begin lowering them as you exhale. And rest your heels back on the floor. And your hands continue pressing backward till you break the plane of your hips. Right, back here. And then lift your toes up. And then rest your toes back down as you turn your palms. Lifting the heels, lifting the palms, breathing in, lots of coordinate here. Flip the palms over, start exhaling, and start lowering the heels. Once you break the plane of your hips, your feet are flat on the floor, begin to lift your toes. And push your palms back. So I'm just going to tilt my chair so you can see what I'm doing here. And then we're going to do it closing our eyes, which means you won't see me anymore. I may even leave the room. Remove the temptation. Peeking. Breathing in. Pushing up. Toes. Lift the hands. Exhale. Heels. Down. Break the plane of your hips with your palms. Continuing to breathe out. Pushing all the air out. Toes come up. And repeat. Breathing in excites us. And exhaling relaxes us. I want you to feel the height of the in-breath. Close your eyes, palms up on your toes, lifting the palms about chin height, flipping them over, lowering the palms as you exhale, lowering your heels, continuing to exhale. Now engaging those abdominals, pushing all the air out, breaking the plane of your hips with your palms and lifting your toes in the air. Enjoying the depth of the out breath. Breathing in, getting your own rhythm now for what this is called flowing motion. We should be flowing and in continuous motion. Relaxing, maybe swallow and relax. Going at your own pace. Enjoying the sensations you feel. Changes in your heart rate, changes in your blood pressure. Controlling your movements. Enjoying the levity that is yang. The gravity that is yin. Yin runs the shin, by the way. It's easy to remember it. Earthbound resources. Yin and yang. It's about harmony. It's about opposite, opposing forces. You have rain that falls to the ground, and the vapors that rise back up to form clouds, and then it repeats. You have the sun that rises, dries up the dew on the grass. The sun sets, the moisture returns from the ground and the condensation in the air. It's all around us, yin and yang, opposing forces. It's not good or bad, don't label it. It's just opposites. There's a little bit of yin and yang and a little bit of yang and yin. Chinese people are at the park at sunrise, doing exactly what we're doing right now. Forgetting that we're moving our arms and legs. Forgetting that we've been breathing in a rhythmic, regulated manner. Closing our eyes and now just imagining. Wherever your mind goes. Meditation doesn't have to be about clearing the mind. Meditation can be about filling the mind with images. Could even be the glory days. Playing in the dirt, making mud pies. Skipping rope, jumping jacks, somersaults, roller skates, hippity hops. Kickball, pickleball, bouncing balls, pickup sticks. Glory days when there was no worry, when you had no fear. You didn't even know what life insurance was. Take less emphasis on physicality once you've mastered the move. The muscle memory takes over here. Allowing the mind to go wherever it chooses. Holy emotion. Who knew? We can be enjoying ourselves this much. Take a moment to return back from your glory days to our present moment here. Bring your awareness back into our space. And rest your hands on your legs. And spend a moment here with our hand on our heart and our belly. Rubbing our bellies. I don't know, is this something you can do? Takes a little coordination. Holding your heart and rubbing your belly. Preferably, if you're going to rub your belly, rub up your right side, across, and then down your left side. That follows the large intestine. We're giving thanks to our organs here, appreciating them for all they do 24/7, 7 days a week, no union representative, no breaks. No breaks. How can we be kinder to these organs? Well, let's get to know what they are. In this video, we'll just start with liver. The liver processes all the toxins, all these prescription pills everybody's on. Liver. Liver has the shields up. Liver is the first line of defense. Taking in all those toxins, poisons, separating everything, processing everything, cleaning all the blood in the body. Liver. Who knew? We learn all this stuff, but then we forget because we're busy. Holding on to our hearts, the pumper of the blood. So we're focusing on the liver here. And the heart. Okay, thanks for these organs. Taking a breath in and releasing it. And lowering the hands. The healer within. Healer Within Foundation.org is a great resource. And the Healer Within book, written by Dr. Roger Yonka, also an exceptional resource. Getting to learn what you can do for self-care practices. Gentle movements, meditation, breathing exercises, Tai Chi, Qigong. These are all things we can do on a daily basis for free if we find the time. You have 10 seconds, take a deep breath. That's all you need. Well, that's our time together. We'll see you next time. Peace.